Hey guys, welcome back. And we're back at Disney Infinity in the toy box, and this will probably be my last build for Disney Infinity that I'll be doing a video for at least quite a while anyway. As we know, the servers go down on March 3rd, and I was going to try, I've been working on the one you may have seen the under construction in the past for, called Evil Intentions, which was basically a stunt jump setup, and I was having so much trouble getting the scoring system to work the way I needed it to advance to the next challenge that I just kind of put it on the side for a while, and now it's been so long that I'd probably almost have to start from scratch on the system just because the intricacy of all the connections at this point. I tried messing with it a little bit the other day, and it's kind of a lost thing right now, so never say never. I don't think I'll have that done by March 3rd, though, by any stretch of the imagination. That said, the game Uncharted 4 came out with some new DLC recently, which featured a map for the prison. And as I was running through that map, I said, wow, this would be really cool to do something with this for Disney Infinity. So what we're going to do is build a very similar style prison, and our challenge is going to be to escape the prison. So we'll put some bad guys in there, things like that, have your combat, get through doors, things of that nature, and see how it goes. So this is part one of the build. I'm not sure how much I'll actually be able to record and upload, but hope to have this done within maybe 3 days. By the end of the weekend would be nice. See how it goes. Let's begin. We are joined not by the Falcon, but by the Ultimate Falcon. Alright, so the first thing I want to do here is there are multi-level... Actually, you know what? I can keep this, I guess. There are multi-levels that we need to work out here so far as heights. I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's go with the large terrain piece. Here's a large one, even though it's thinner. While it doesn't really matter, it bothers me that they're not the same, so I will get that there. And this is probably going to be a decent sized map when it's all said and done. Just throw this over here somewhere for a moment, because I'm not sure where I'm going to have it spawn in quite yet. There we go. Even up? Yes, indeed. So let's go 3 wide. I'm gonna kind of do like a red cross. If that makes sense. Now, I will be bouncing in and out of this video. You'll see the PlayStation Network logos and stuff because I've got some images that I captured to help me come up with the things that I want to get done here. So occasionally I will be bouncing in and out of that, but bear with me, or fast forward through it if you're watching this later. Alright, so the main courtyard is going to be our centerpiece here. I think I might need to make this a little bit bigger. I'm going to be a little rusty at some of this because it's been a little while since I've done it. Go there. I was going to eventually try and as accurately map it out from the original as I could, but I learned very quickly that that's a lot easier said than done. Alright, let me get out of this real quick and just get an idea of how much space this is taking up. The reason I like using the Falcon is just that you can get around quickly. Alright. Oh, that should be plenty, I think. Seems a little smaller when you're putting the pieces down. It might actually be... No, we're going to do an interior and exterior, so it'll work. Alright, so back to as I was saying here. We're going to begin... Oops. With the courtyard, and then the prison will be built sort of around that. There we go. Let's move this guy over here. And again, I really don't know what I'm going to end up doing with that yet. Alright, so what we need now is come up with a ramp of sorts. And I was afraid of that, a little too big. Let's go back to here. There we go. Now it's not going to be tall enough, but that is. I did put together a little cheat sheet here. And I'm going to look back at that quickly. Hopefully that will give me some direction. Alright, so let's go to our... We've got a tower we want to put out here a little bit further, so we're going to definitely be using some of this kind of stuff here. Let's see, how can we get away with this? Trying to remember where the prison is actually set so far as time or location. I forget which country it's in the Uncharted series. Alright, we can definitely use this. And probably be able to use some of that too. Oh yeah, we're going to be in good shape here. Some of the stuff I'm just throwing out here right now because I know I'm going to use it later. It'll be easier to find it than scrolling through all this stuff over and over and over again. This is actually pretty cool. I wonder if I can throw it over here for now. We're definitely going to take some liberties with this thing from the game itself. Oh, I definitely can use that. Where, I don't know, but I know I can use it. How high does that sit? Be a little better if it's that equal, but for now I'm just going to throw you over there. What have we got going on there? Rocky wall block. Throw this over here as well as another maybe. So the exterior, oh, that's definitely something I can be using. Is a sort of tropical setting. Again, I can't quite recall what country it takes place in, but they did an amazing job of putting it together and making it look just incredible. Let's see. I'll hold off on that. Yeah, that's what we talking about right there. Bam. Alright. This is more or less what I was looking for. Put that there for the moment. See what else we have. And the condition of this prison is basically there was a all-out riot that took place in there, so it's in pretty rough shape, and we're going to have a bunch of visuals going on as well, so far as smoke and fire and other such things as that. Oh, I like that other one much better. It's smaller. But I think I might be able to still use this one as well. There's a chance that some of the stuff that I'm putting here will just get tossed, but like I said, it is easier to have it now. Again, I'm just throwing some of this stuff down there. It's hard to say if it'll stay. than I thought we would be, to be honest. Yeah, that's about right. I'm pretty sure this will be the way we enter, or one of the ways we enter. There's going to be several different options. Alright, so I'm going to pause for a moment while I take a look back at some of my visual content, and I'll be right back. Alright, we are back. Unfortunately, a lot of that content that I did was from the interior, and not so much from the exterior, which is kind of what I wanted right now for a guide. But I think we can wing it. And if it starts really going south on me, I might have to revisit the other game again, but we'll start over here. So there's a busted out piece of the jail cell that you kind of, one of the entry points anyway, not necessarily the only way that you get in, but for the purposes of this one, it'll be one of them. One of the other things I do have that I want to incorporate if I can is this tunnel exit. What I'll need for that. That's a dead end. There we go. Now the question is, okay. We'll cap off these tops right here, and then this will have to turn into a smooth surface that you will not be able to walk on, so you'll slide down it. So before I cap those off, let me start finding out which of the blocks Oh, sorry. It's like, why won't it put it there? Alright, let's see. I know I'm not going to be able to climb that one, right? So that's kind of the effect we want now. Yep, that's what I thought. It's going to have to be that one. Let's see how this is going to work out here. See, this is a problem here. And I may just change this up and put... Decisions. I have to think of how badly I really want this thing to be in there. This is going to be real work. Going to be doing read players and all kinds of stuff. And even then, it's going to go straight down. It's not going to stretch out the length. So what I might do here instead... is put this in first. Take that back. I would have to do it with the replayer. And I'm not even sure at that point it'll work 100%, but I'll have to try it with just one level first. And then I'll go from there. But then what I have to do is either put a path on there that activates when the player goes in and kind of forces them through. Which is what I'm thinking. Could put one of those air cannons, but they're visible and it kind of takes away the effect that I want. Wrong button. Alright, let's go to our creativity here and get to our replayer. Like I said, I'm a little rusty. I have not done any of this logic stuff in a while. Okay, Mr. Replayer, put you there. Begin the recording now. Go back to the blocks. So what this is supposed to be realistically is a muddy slope, which is why you slide down it. Let me see what I've got that'll be close to a muddy slope. That's actually not bad. I'm gonna go with that for now. Then we'll come back over here. We'll stop. Okay, just making sure it's saved, right? Now let's go up here. And this may or may not work. I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, it's been a little while. And here's the moment of truth. Ooh. Well, no, it didn't completely work. It only threw the ones in there that it wanted to. I can almost get away with that, except no, I can't. Let me see. See what that looks like from the inside. We could always put stuff around the outside. I'm not too worried about that. This could work. The sides here are going to be a little rough. Maybe. Let's see here. Let's try something. Well, it won't work with that. If it were just the blocks... Well, let's try something anyway. Gonna go to our creative toys once again, and we are gonna pull out the trigger area. There's certain things that you can make this little cheat work with, but I don't think terrain is going to be one of them. But sometimes you can get rid of the collision effect this way. We're going to see if this is one of those times, and I guess I really don't need this anymore, because that's as much as it's going to give me. Alright, let's get out of spark mode. Get our floor panels again, and the question is, will there be collision? And it's looking like there is. Well, hold on. Maybe not. Oh, I take it back, we're in good shape. Alright, this could work out. Almost makes you wonder why you wouldn't be able to just do what I wanted to do in the first place. Nope, won't do that. Well, that's a shame. I thought for a minute there maybe we had around that. But it still might make it all worthwhile. This is basically going to give you a view. Short. Perfect. Alright, let's see what we get here. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Then we'll just close up those sides with some terrain. And we'll just have to figure out... I think the path connector is going to be what I end up having to use for the effect of making you slide down the mudslide. I think it'll help a little bit if we get the right texture on the terrain here, so let's go ahead and do that. Definitely not desert, even though it is. I'll say yes for the time being. It is mostly, it's not all. Okay. I guess we probably don't need this anymore. Bounce back into spark mode here real quick, and this is where we can start grabbing some of this stuff that I was mentioning earlier would have a use. Now it does. Oop. Missed it by that much. And then we're going to want to taper that down. Did I bring a ramp out here? I feel like I did. And you know what, actually... that's a corner piece. Let's see if we have... it's going to be too wide. Yeah, this has got to fit in there. We're at that point in the build where I'm starting to realize just how long this is going to really take. And I'm going to have to go back to the other game and get some more images done up. I might even print them out just so I have quick visual reference. That terrain is actually going to be really good for the interior. I might switch some of it up for the exterior. Go ahead and set the theme now so we don't have to keep going back. Oh, I just saw something I could use. Ooh, gosh, that's big. We'll definitely be using some of those later on to help decorate it a little bit because there's some greenery to be seen. Nope. Small but not small enough. Actually, it kind of works that way, but well. Oh man, that's too bad. That would actually. There we are. I can definitely get by with that. Yeah, that looks pretty tight. And then we will go down the mudslide. And we might be able to logic a couple of things in here to neaten this up a little bit. Some path creators. Ooh. Alright. Well, I know it doesn't look like a whole lot right now at this moment. But as we get to the completion of this, and I think I'm going to top this part off with some terrain. Or actually, I take that back. Let me get back into the floor pieces. this is going to be... What is that? I think it's going to be more of a concrete surface. That's too neat. I need something a little rougher. No, that's probably not going to do it. And we may end up going with the castle stone here in a minute. Or the Dunbrook, actually. So these prisons are essentially very, very old. Fantasy cottage? Sure. I think that's going to work. Oops. Alright, this is going to be the lookout tower, I guess you would call it, once we get to that point. We're going to be dropping a whole bunch of these in here because this is basically what made me think of doing it for the toy box. They have a lot of these archways throughout, and I just knew it would be real easy to replicate and duplicate that. I'll probably be going a little wider on this second terrain. Just once we enter here, this will be... Let's line it up to be exact, why don't we? And then off to the sides are the actual cells. So basically when we come in, and we may actually spawn in, this is just going to be putting some walls up and things like that. This will be all connected, and let me think here while I'm there will be some sense of a wall. I mean, you'll still be able to get over here, and this is where the cells themselves will be, with the cage doors and things of that nature. And even now I'm starting to think of which way I want to go with the cage. I was going to just use the lock cage, but I may go with piping instead. But I will definitely have to go back and look at my images for better clarification, but you'll essentially be able to go down these, and I'm pretty sure there's open areas to either side, and there will be a staircase up about here. Why don't we drop that in quickly just as a reminder for when I come back to do more work on this. So as we come in, and then it's going to make a right-hand turn at the end. And as I recall, if you go the opposite way, you might end up outside. I'm going to line it up with here. Don't go too high that way. That'll be how high the second floor is. We will have to complete the entire first floor before we can even add the second. It's going to be quite a build. I'm starting to realize I might have been a little over-ambitious, but it'll be so cool when it's done. Alright, that's going to be it for today's stream. I'm not sure, like I said, that I will be doing live stream for the rest of it as well, but I may bring just some highlights. The reason I don't like doing the live stream is then you know everything that's going to happen in the game in advance, and I kind of want you to be able to experience it at least once without knowing. But you've got an idea what it looks like. Well, how it's going to start to look like anyway. Looking forward to making this work. We'll be putting all kinds of special effects, sound effects, visual effects. It will be cool when it is done. Alright guys, that's it for this one. Catch you next time, and we will once again be under construction.